All right, welcome back to Gettin Cultured. Today on Gettin Cultured, we have Jackie. Jackie, thanks for joining us.
Hello, I'm honored. Thanks for having me.
I remember you started kind of a debate around the company when you told KFC and Fights you were going to Mexico on a solo trip.
Yeah.
And like, KFC's not super well traveled. And he was like, I don't think you should be doing that as just like a girl alone. But you went to Mexico City. Me and Chaps just came back from there. And I think that's a great spot.
There was never a time where I felt unsafe. Like it felt, I'm also like kind of naive to that. Like, you know, maybe it was unsafe, but it was lovely.
I'm sure there are unsafe parts of the city. I mean, it's the largest city in North America, but if you stay in those main neighborhoods like Roma Norte, Condesa, there's one other with like all the fancy hotels, like, you'll be more than fine.
Is that where you guys stayed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool.
What's your question for us today?
Okay, question is, so I kind of said before, like my sister and I are trying to figure out like a sister trip type thing. And we were debating either going summer or like we don't really have that much cash to be throwing around right now. So we were like, maybe we save up winter and we do some kind of like fun Christmas themed trip. So I want to know what the most like Christmassy city is, what the like holiday, almost like Hallmark story type Christmas movie type city would be.
I would say in all of Germanic Europe, so Germany, Austria, parts of France, maybe Prague, they all have these big Christmas markets. Like
Belgium.
The winter, in Belgium. Those are just, I would say through most of Europe, they have these crazy Christmas markets, which are a lot of fun.
What goes on at the Christmas markets?
A lot of like tchotchkes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're selling tchotchkes.
Yeah, big tchotchkes.
Love a tchotchke, yeah.
Mulled wine, which is like warm wine.
Yeah.
Great stuff. They'll have those raclette wheels, those giant like wheels of cheese that they like melt and then scrape onto your sandwich.
Okay.
And they're just very warm, very festive, tons of lights, tons of trees everywhere. And they'll be huge. I think the oldest one is in Strasbourg, France, right on the France-Germany border. They've had a Christmas market there since 1570. So some people call Strasbourg, France, the capital of Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a perfect, maybe we'll check that out. That's a really good answer to that. What about, we had heard about like Montreal was good?
That's a lot closer. And Montreal has a very European feel to it. So like, I'm sure you could get the like Christmas market experience there. I mean, they have Christmas markets in Chicago and New York, but they're not quite as authentic.
So are the Christmas markets kind of like the ones in New York, but like on steroids and much better?
Yeah. I would say so. I mean,
I would say they're probably on par, honestly. Like if you look it up, New York is listed as one of the best Christmas cities that there is too.
New York is a Christmas city. I don't think it's because of their Christmas markets. I think there's just something romantic about being in Christmas.
I'm just saying overall the vibes of New York or Christmas, like that's going to be one that's super high up there.
I feel like TikTok killed the Christmas markets though, because there were so many TikToks that was like, you know, here's what I'm getting. Like I'm getting the Dubai chocolate strawberries and all this, and then the lines were out of like crazy, and it's like you can't even move in the markets.
There's some smaller towns like Bethlehem, Pennsylvania is a spot that they do different things, like have some reenactments that you can go to if you do want to travel abroad. Normandy, France, I believe it's Normandy. In World War I, they had Silent Night was written because of Christmas. Like it was like there was a lull in the battle between, I think it was the French and the Germans that had a battle, and they stopped it so they could all sing Silent Night. So they have like a candlelight visual there every year, and Normandy's beautiful, like just to go visit besides that. But Normandy, France would be a good spot to go to for a different type of vibe.
And like why go to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, when you can go to Bethlehem in the West Bank?
Where you want to go right now.
Where Jesus was born. I guess they do a midnight mass at the Church of the Nativity, and it's a powerful experience for pilgrims and visitors alike.
They also do a midnight mass and a nativity scene at a church that I worked at in Pensacola, Florida, but instead of camels, it's just like weird looking goats that have a lot of deformities.
Yeah, okay.
Why do the goats have deformities?
I think they're just too closely bred.
Growing up in Florida.
Yeah.
growing up in Florida, we'll do
Florida
that for you.
goats.
So there's Montreal in Canada if you're thinking you want to stay a little bit like in North America. There's also Quebec City in Canada, which I've heard is like very cool around Christmas time. A lot of snow. Yeah.
It doesn't like have the same allure that like the other places you threw out. So you think, but like it would probably be cheaper. But like, do you think it's just better to go big and go to like?
I think if you went to that part of Europe, like Vienna, that would be fun because you could probably take trains to a few other spots too.
Yeah.
So you could like, you could check out a place in Germany, a place in Austria, and then you could maybe check out Prague, which I've heard is incredible.
I've been to Prague in the summertime and it's so cute. I would like, but I have not seen it in the winter.
Yeah.
I would imagine it's like a little storybook. What about skiing? Have you guys?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
If you're trying to ski.
Yes.
And I've actually celebrated Christmas here.
Okay.
The Dolomites in Italy.
yeah.
They're about 2.5 hours north of Venice. The most beautiful mountains I've seen in my life. I want to do a full deep dive on these mountains. I would go back there in a heartbeat. We had a wonderful Christmas. So, I mean, that's the only one of these places I've been to, so I can 100% vouch for it. And it wasn't insanely expensive. The Olympics are going to be there, but that's not till Feb. So if you went around Christmas, you should be okay. We were probably paying just around like $100 a night at most spots. And they have Christmas markets there. They have these like lodges. So even if you weren't trying to ski, one time we just went up to the lodge and just hung out there all day because they're just surrounded by beautiful mountains and great drinks and food.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you judging like is the skiing good or is it just like the culture around it?
I did ski one day and I thought it was great. I snowboard. I'm not like an advanced snowboarder.
Yeah.
It was wonderful. I don't know if it's like the best skiing in Europe. Like maybe there's some French Alps that are like more known for that. But in terms of like the beauty of the mountains, I would say the Dolomites. Just insane looking mountains.
That's really good.
And then my last recommendation is in Finland, Lapland. It's the official hometown of Santa Claus, a city called Rovaniemi. So you can meet Santa. You can cross the Arctic Circle. You can ride reindeers. You can see the Northern Lights.
Question: are reindeers? They're real. They're real animals. Yeah.
Yeah, in North America they're called caribou, and then
Got it.
in that part of the world they are called reindeer. But
Okay.
they're essentially the same thing.
Yeah, they are real. They can't fly in real life.
No, I get that. I understand that. I get that mixed up. I get narwhals they were real.
They are real.
They are real. They're currently real.
They still exist. Yeah.
Okay.
Not extinct.
And the horn is a tooth.
Oh. Like, do they use it
To puncture ice.
to puncture?
Puncture ice. So they also use it to like stab
Stab
fish.
and puncture. Yeah.
It's not really a tooth though. That's more like a horn.
It's a tooth.
It's a horn, but it evolved from a tooth.
Oh.
I guess don't ask me how, but if you've got enough millions of years, a tooth can slowly just, move up your forehead, turn into a horn if that horn is helping you survive.
How old were you found out that they were real?
Narwhals?
Yeah.
I think I have always known. I mean, people call them the unicorns of the sea, so that might throw you off.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was 37.
When you found out that they were real?
This is like the Mean Girls clip of like,
Yeah, like, because I was
dinosaurs.
like, wouldn't that be so cute if it was real? Like when he's like, bye, buddy, I hope you find your dad.
Yeah.
And I was like, that'd be so cute if you could see one. And McCartney, my 12-year-old, was like, Dad, they're real. And so I
Your son told me.
Googled it, and David Artbell was like, in the waters that are cold, there's a narwhal.
Dude, yeah.
The narwhal comes swimming up, like, holy shit.
Okay, well, I
it's
feel
real.
better that wasn't as dumb of a question as I thought.
No, not a dumb question.
The idea of like certain adaptations like that makes me like I was thinking about kangaroos and like why is hopping, like why do they hop? Why is that their mode of transportation when like getting away from predators, it's like just making them really fast like cheetahs? That feels like why do kangaroos have to hop?
It's a great question.
Dude, that's like
That's
a little
that a
more
good
than I
question?
bargained for.
Is that sorry? Yeah.
Which I'm sorry.
I have
I don't know how we
idea
got
why
here
they
after
have.
the
I mean, that's a
Few
great question.
Well, we can do a whole pot on that.
All right. I mean, like the short answer, it's the most energy efficient way for them to move long distances across the vast, dry Australian landscape.
Okay.
That can't be true.
It just
That's what
can't-
Google says.
I know, but that's a bullshit answer. They're just trying to put something in. That's like when your parents ask your parents and they give you some bullshit answer that's not true.
Yeah.
I'm saying that is not true. There's no way that hopping is more efficient than gliding. Why would they be the only mammals that
Kangaroos
do
are
that?
too big to glide.
How would they glide?
Yeah, and you can't glide. There's no trees. You can only glide from tree to tree. You're on a flat, dry, not a lot of
No, I'm talking about
vegetation.
gliding, running like we do. They
Yeah,
could be
running.
bipedal. They have 2 feet.
I bet you a kangaroo beats a human in a race.
I bet, but
Human, yeah,
but
but-
that's just because it's like a faster twitch. I feel like if a kangaroo could really get itself going, if it could propel itself with its tail and both legs running.
And like, because their arms are so short too that
I'm not buying what you're selling.
You think that jumping and hopping is more efficient
Yeah,
than
because
running?
their whole body is built for that. They've got those crazy legs. The tail can like bounce them too.
Oh, I don't think, is there another animal? Well, bunnies.
Rabbits, yeah, rabbits hop.
Okay.
There's a lot of bugs that hop.
I just feel like what an unserious way to get away
Wow.
from a predator.
Yeah, you look like an idiot.
So kangaroos can hop at speeds up to 40
45.
to 60 kilometers per hour. That's 25 to 37 mph. But over long distances, they cruise comfortably at 20 to 25 kilometers per hour, 12 to 15 miles per hour.
What would we consider long distance?
Uh,
A marathon?
it's got to be like when they say long distance, I assume they're talking long distance because we're talking Australia.
At least a 5K?
No, I'm thinking like a marathon. I bet you they could
20 miles an hour for 26.2 miles. That's a long. If they
All right,
could do
we-
that, I'll take it back and I'll give props to the kangaroo. Until then, they need to get
Listen,
their shit together.
I will not comment further. When we drop a pin in Australia, we're going to get to the bottom of this.
Okay.
Actually, whenever we hire that person that Big Cat said we could have in Australia.
True. We got to get on that.
Yeah, we'll
Who
put
are you gonna
that
hire?
up there.
Big Cat gave me the green light to hire an Australian employee, so I just got to fly to Australia now and find one.
That
you
might
make
be a
one
fun
like
Christmas thing too.
What?
Christmas down under, have summer Christmas.
Yeah, you always see the photos of like surfing Santa Claus down
Mm-hmm.
there.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea actually. Okay.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on, Jackie.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks,
for,
Jackie.
Sorry to let me know about the kangaroo thing. What you guys come up with.